I don't think I realized how, big of a deal it was until I saw like the camera crew follow him into the locker room and everybody taking pictures to kind of put it into perspective of he took a decade of his life to get to this point.
I was so excited to run through the tunnel and get the game going, and just to be able to assist on his first NBA bucket after his journey was. It was meant to be after playing together, I think, all year in the G League.
Once I realized that, man, this is a dream come true for him. This is like what everybody's striving for, and he's finally attained it. Just put into perspective of how special it was and how hard he worked to get there. So I was just happy for him, and luckily we got to share the court and play in the same game. And everybody knows he played phenomenally.
We had just lost in the playoffs. I was home with my family watching it in our living room, and the emotions, just joy, just gratification, just really gratifying to see a guy like him.
And seeing his family and how elated they were and his little girls. Just seeing them all together, and it just brought so much happiness to myself and I think everyone around.
It was a deeply emotional time, and when he was making all those plays that looked just like Dre, it was a time that slowed down. Actually, time slowed down for me, and I just knew that he was going to make those shots. There was no doubt in my mind. The first shots he was going to shoot, they were going to go right in the middle of the basket. But to me, it's more than just happy. It was like, I'm glad that people see what everyone knew would happen.
A lot of people, including myself, we have a chip on our shoulder to prove people wrong. And I think, to me, that was a way of showing for him that, these GMs have made a mistake over these 10 years that he's been grinding through the G League.
Yeah, when I first heard about Dre's story, I was in Finland. We're having our second practice of the day, and all the guys in the locker room were talking in Finnish, but I heard Andre Ingram, and I talked to some of the Americans, and they were like, yeah, there's some guy who spent some time in the G League and finally got an opportunity. The whole team was talking about him in Finland. Guys, local guys, Finnish dudes, so it's just, it had a global impact.
I was in France, but I felt like I was right there with him because I know, personally the grind of the D-League season, and I know how long Dre has stuck with it, and he's so passionate about his game and the way he approaches it. To see everybody else recognize it and to have the Lakers give him that opportunity to play at the next level, it was amazing. I was following social media, seeing all the posts and everybody going crazy. I'm like, hey, I've seen Dre, in practice and in games, like never miss. I seen him work hard. He deserves it more than anybody. So it was awesome.
I think he's an example of perseverance for all of our guys. Character, integrity, toughness. Wins or losses, successes, failures, the media attention, or just doing it for your teammates. He's always the same guy. So he's a great example for our whole organization, top down to the young guys, for myself as well, of how to just do your job and do it in a way that can influence others positively.
Just to see him come back and still be as hungry as ever, even after he got the call up. He had his 2 games, and then the whole story, the news articles, the SportsCenter appearances, Good Morning America, whatever it was, whatever he's on, to be able to come back after that and still be driven enough to come in and have the same work ethic, if not a better work ethic than he had before. It just shows the kind of person that he is, and it's really inspiring for me to see.